Ladies and gentlemen, good evening here from Asphalt Racing Network. As always, we are back here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon for the Right Time Arca series here tonight at Charlotte. As always, my name is Tyler Jones, and I am here with Mr. Sickness himself, aka the Disturbed expert, Josh Franks. I don't know. I'm probably not liking my intro that much. Hey, you'll be okay, buddy. Don't get sick, and we'll be all right. We don't have jokes to make about you. Um. Oh God, going hard with self for tonight. After I cannot be either. It's going to be a crazy race here at the beautiful Concord, North Carolina, a track that I will be gracing my presence with in just a few months here when the NASCAR season starts itself back up. Yeah, and I have a day off too the next day, so yeah, watch out. It's gonna be hell, Charlotte. But no, it definitely will not be good. But to start off things a little bit different here on ARN, we had a few technical difficulties last week. And when I mean technical difficulties, I completely lost power at the worst time possible. 5 laps left to go last week with David Callahan racing in the top three, possibly top 2 to 3 positions. David Callahan in that 2 car was able to take away the victory with Donnie Honeycutt finishing in second place and Owen Lax finishing in third. So we will do a few different things here tonight, and we are going to be doing their post-race interviews from last week, pre-race here at Charlotte. Obviously, your post-race interviews for the top 3 will still happen after the checker flag is dropped tonight. But we do want to get a word from those guys and give them their spotlight that they do deserve. And if you are, I think they are ready. Mr. Lax, are you there, boss? Hey, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're there. So that solves that question. So last week was a bit of a hell race, I would say, in the later stages. Um, pretty comfortable overall. I don't feel like it was a bad race. It could have been worse, being the fact that we were at Pocono for 250 miles. You and your team owner were able to pull out a 1 and 3 positioning. Where do you feel that the comfortability for you guys to finish in the top two, in the top five, top three specifically, came from that night? So now that officially makes three consecutive races that David Callahan Racing has found themselves in victory lane, as you're seeing on the screen. Possibly a fourth race here tonight. We know as of right now, David is not looking like he's going to be able to make this race. But do you guys still feel comfortable and confident going into tonight at Charlotte with a three-peat already under your belt? Now, as always, I kind of want to pick your brain. One of the questions I would have asked you last week, going into tonight at Charlotte, how do you feel, or what do you feel would be the better question? What do you feel like will be the challenges for not only you, but for a lot of the drivers here tonight? Now, I do not want to hog up all the time here. I would like to see if my partner Josh has anything else to add on before we do wrap up this interview here. Josh, do you have anything you would like to ask Mr. Lax in particular? Yeah, let's just wait on Donnie himself until we get to that grid. We'll roll off the grid there. Then we'll get up on top of that. Looking at the qualifying grid right now, few cars on the track already. We have the 4 car of Chad Strillo. Let's get out of this beautiful scenic view here. Go ahead and throw the name bar on the screen for you so you can figure out who we are looking at. Another one on the track right now, about a lap in to his qualifying, about to get that green flag there shortly, is Brad Miner in the 46 car tonight, representing the manufacturer of Toyota. Someone else who's had a few rough weeks here in the right time Arca series, that is no other than the 0-1 of Omar Rodriguez Jr., as he has been finding himself consistently in other people's problems. There was his own problem, a little fishtail to the outside wall. Hopefully tonight will look a bit different for that 0-1 vehicle, and he will be able to prevail through some of the tribulations he has had the last few weeks. Few other cars on track right now. That 82 of DJ Norris really hasn't been a name we've called much. Still trying to find his footing here, and hopefully will be able to find a majority of that footing tonight. That 35 car, Sandcastle Racing's very own Matt Banky, running a beautiful Amtrak scheme here tonight. If I'm not mistaken, he has not switched it up. Hopefully, a little bit more of a comfort zone he will find here at Charlotte. 3 and 4, like Owen said, will be a very tricky corner, so we will have to see how many cautions do come out on that entry and exit. Someone else on track right now looks to be sitting in P3. No one other than the 78 car of Aaron Wright. Few incidents involving him last week, not to his favor did that race go. Looking to change the tides here tonight. Looking now at that. Go ahead. Yeah, excited is just a word. It doesn't really fit the entire tone here. These guys will have this race tonight, and then on December 3rd, if I am not mistaken, we will be back here for the All Star race at Charlotte once again, almost at Chicagoland. But yeah, we will be back here again, so this will be a trying time and testament for some of those people that will be racing that All Star event. Qualifying still going on right now. On track, about to finish laps. Believe already did finish his laps. Might be in his cool down. Absolutely. Is the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt your second place finisher last week? Seems like no other time than now to see if we can get a copy from Donnie. What you think? Donnie Honeycutt, man. How you doing tonight, boss? It's Tyler, an expert here in the booth, man. So, second place finish from you last week at Pocono. Your highest finish so far. You've been fighting that third place consistency. Good to see you out. Unfortunately, you were not able to take that checkered flag. What are we looking for here tonight to possibly change the tides for Ghost Motorsports and get them back into victory lane? Expert, would you like to add something? All right, boss. Well, no, I was going to say one final question before you guys start rolling on that field. Once again, as always, right now, starting 1 and 2, father and son duo. How was that qualifying lap feeling? What track temps and just comfortability so far for you? Well, hopefully tonight you will be able to find yourself in victory lane or at least in that top three position. Once again, we're going to go ahead and let you get back into your driver's channel. Good luck tonight, driver. Thank you. And that was your second place finisher, the number 22 Ghost Motorsports father son duo there, Donnie Honeycutt. And man, they have been stripped here the last 2 weeks, trying to fight their way back into a top three finishing position. Donnie Honeycutt able to make that happen. Tyler, unfortunately, not able to finish in the top three, but gets that opportunity to start there tonight. Once again, on the grid, 1 and 2, Tyler Honeycutt, Donnie Honeycutt. 3 and 4 is DCR's very own Owen Lax and Mark Morton. Fifth and sixth places Logan Murray and Brad Miner. Seventh and eighth, Robert Monday and DJ Norris. Ninth and 10th, Matt Banky and Aaron Wright rounding out your top 10. The rest of the field from 11th and 12th back, Jeffrey Bourne and Joshua Thornton. Matthew Warhol and Omar Rodriguez starting in 13th and 14th. 15th and 16th, you have Caden Watson, Brock Piper, Gary Miller, Brianna Laurent, Chad Sturlo, Cooper Liardi, Mickey Stewart, Kevin Nolf, Colin Carpenter, finishing out, a few more names under race control. Thaddeus Friel as well on the track tonight. Charles Shero, excuse me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, in 25th position. Josh Marino in 27th. Gary Wright in 28th. And finishing out your field here tonight of 28 cars. That is the 73 of Lucas Lewis. You surprise me every week that goes by. Green flag here. Green flag here, and through the adversity Ghost Motorsports has had to deal with outside of the track. They start in 1 and 2 tonight here. Already making moves is Mark Morton. Owen Lax Morton, second and third already on the night, making some high leverage moves pretty early on. Tyler Honeycutt dropped to the back, is starting in 26th place right now. And we already have the first caution of the night. Seems to be involving Mickey Stewart. Ooh. Pretty early for those incidents. Seems to must have got stuck on the apron and just said, F this. I'm towing it to pits. Now that puts, at the time of the caution, the 22 Donnie Honeycutt back in the lead with that 3 car and the 52 right on the outside and behind. And right now there is a lot going on, like I said, outside of Ghost Motorsports at this time. They are driving their hearts out for a very close family member. Actually, Tyler's uncle himself, Donnie's brother, Dwayne, unfortunately just had a heart attack within this week. It's been a very rough couple of days for those two on the track there, as their uncle has had to go under surgery. Is A-OK right now at this time, and I believe has already made his way back home. So there's a lot on the line here tonight, just mentally for the 22 car and the 88 of Ghost Motorsports. Shoot it. Well, looking at some dark horses we have on the field, there's a lot of names here tonight. 28 drivers on the track. We have had a few consistent loose cars at the end of the race, some of them being within that top 10. Jeffrey Bourne being very unlucky the last few weeks. Omar sitting right behind him as well has had trouble in the last few weeks. The 35 of Matt Banky as well could be one of those dark horses on the track tonight. I already most likely know your pick, but I'm going to have to go with the 48 of Jeffrey Bourne for the night. Oh gosh. Well, Hopefully she stays grounded enough tonight, and there's a couple layovers, and possibly we can see that 6 car up there in the front right now. But right now, pace lights off. The 22 in the lead, taking us back to green flag. Alongside of him is Mark Morton, and pace car off right now. Back in the restart zone, these cars go. A green flag being waved here for the second time tonight. Lap 6 just getting started. 5 laps here completed on the night. The 22 of Donnie Honeycutt trying to get a lead as easy and as best as he possibly can early on here into this race. Clean 3-wide racing there. You just saw on your screen, almost going back to it there. Morton able to get that advantage on both Lax and Murray there. Now going side by side with the leader. Morton officially edges over Honeycutt right now to take the lead and does it by a sizable distance. Now it is all Morton's track to himself. Clean air as possible as they were just a staggered 3-wide behind for second place. Now with that teammate of Owen Lax going high, that's going to stop that run. Going to be a little bit more difficult. Believe that is the 35 on your screen. Matt Banky now trying to fight the leaders. Lax and Morton teammates. What a race we're already seeing tonight. 4 lead changes so far. Only 9 laps into this race. 185 in total. Still a lot of racing to go here. 4 lead changes. A lot of staggered 3-wide racing in the top 5 right now. And a lot of changes happening. Notably, the 35 in the lead right now. Already up 8 positions from his starting grid spot. Along with that 25 in third place. Splitting Morton is Joshua Thornton, who has gained 9 positions from a starting spot. Yeah, a little bit.
There are opportunities to be able to get yourself the help you need.
Mike
Right
was
now,
muted.
partner. There.
I do agree there, though. Mental health does matter. If you are having any trouble and that you do not feel confident with reaching out to someone close to you, reach out to someone no matter their distance. It will make a difference. Mark Morton still in the lead right now, fighting Matt fourth, wow, tongue twisters all night tonight. Fighting mad for first place. Still, at this point in time, a lot of changing has happened within the top 10 so far. Omar Rodriguez in 10th place right now, fighting that position with Brock Piper. Matthew Worrall, the 79, is now in ninth place, as well as Donnie Honeycutt has fallen back. There's a
Whoa,
wreck in
Rick!
the backfield.
That's a
Huge
huge
wreck in
one.
the
That's a big
backfield.
one. And it's not over.
Still dealing with a lot of the wrecks there in the front. Oh, my lord. I believe we had at least 6 cars in that wreck. Seems
But
to be
that covered
starting
the
with
whole that covered the whole entry to turn one.
yeah. That was really bad there. Let's take it to the ARN blimp cam and take a slow-mo view of the situation that unfolded here. Okay, well, let's
Just
go.
a lot of cars under the blanket. Here it is. I think we got a slow car up top, is what it is. And yeah, you can see a vehicle hitting that. No, it's up front. It's further up front. Yeah. Contact with the outside wall causes a pileup between vehicles and just slower cars getting overtaken by faster cars. And look at this: one, two, three, four, five, six vehicles already, and it's not over, not by a long shot. 7, 8.
Difficult to have to sit there and watch that. John Marino made it around by the skin of his teeth. Not a lot of happy campers there. First wreck of the night. Little scary there. Almost took out the entire field. 21 struggling, you see, to regain there. That embankment, it's tough to get back off of when you're kind of stuck on top of it. Now, caution out. Second caution of the night here. 35 of Matt Banky, still in the lead. Mark Morton in second place. Thornton in third. Following on inside of Banky's cam right there. See the inside of that car. What the view is there in Concord, North Carolina. The sun shining beautifully on that track. Great golden yellow atmosphere for these drivers, especially the ones that have a code brown and made it scot-free through that little bit of a mishap there.
Yeah, now the question is, with this reset here under caution, how will this entail everything as this race goes on? How will this affect later in this run? We're about to find out as these guys continue to have this one lined up, as I believe we should be going green next time by.
Yeah, should it be going green next time by. You see them holding that caution flag straight up. Normally, that is the signal for next time. Choose now. As you see, Banky goes low there. Morton to the outside. Will have a Robert Monday as well on the outside. Josh Thornton on that inside line, as well as Lax in fifth place, rounding out your top 5.
Very impressive group there. Very impressive. Right now, I'm looking at throughout this entire field, and we know a lot of vehicles got messed up. Um, And right now, we've seen a number of lead changes. Partner, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I have a feeling, just a feeling, that we are going to have at least 20 lead changes here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. We're probably not even going to set a record for the league, but possibly a over precedented record for Charlotte itself tonight here with the lead changes, especially what we saw within the first 6 laps. 4 lead changes. It's almost a lead change every 1/3 of a lap. Pace, car off. Second time tonight back in that restart zone. Is the green flag waved once again side by side? Banky and Morton there for the lead. Banky still holding on strong, just barely here. Will Morton get it within the next corner, or will it be a few laps? Right now, seems like it's going to be a few laps. 3 car to the inside there. Thornton able to advance into second place. Now going to give Banky a run for his money on his inside. Thornton, you see that contact right there with them top two. Little bit of contact going to that straight on the entrance of that corner. Almost back into it again there. 57 of Monday in the wall on that exit. Overdriving that corner just a little bit, or it could be the draft that is possibly changing things up just a little bit. Look in the back, a little bit of contact there with Jeffrey Bourne in the 04 of Logan Murray, but once again, caution out. Third caution here of the night, involving the 27 of Gary Wright.
Yeah, and partner, right now, while we are under caution, it looks like he has it saved and heading down pit road. While we cycle around for these caution laps, let's take a quick commercial break with our local sponsors.
Three NASCAR Cup teams. We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and three-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after one cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Hendrick.
Summer is here and you've got places to go.
She's headed to a golf tournament.
This one's headed to the beach.
And he's headed to a music festival.
And they know every good road trip starts right here.
At Hendrick Automotive Group.
We'll check your battery, tire pressure, top off your fluids,
Check your cooling system.
And do a multi-point inspection.
extending the life of your vehicle.
And keeping you safe.
Anywhere you want to go.
For free.
Just make sure you're road ready. All good road trips start here.
Book your road ready appointment today at hendrickcars.com.
Last year, Ram killed the Hemi V8, and people had opinions. The same people that killed the Hemi sent me out here with these comments. That's not happening. We own it, we got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back.
Did he say what I think he said? That thing's not a Hemi!
Hell yeah, it does. Buckle up. Rams coming back to NASCAR. Let's go. We're back in America's motorsport. The Hemi's back, and we ain't going anywhere.
And back from commercial break, we are here for the Right Time Arca Series at Charlotte. If you are just tuning in now, welcome to Asphalt Racing Network, your home of the Right Time Arca Series. Right now in the lead is the 35 of Matt Benke off that restart under the third caution here so far tonight.
Right now, these guys still battling it out, and out front, Binke holding off a hungry pack of cars behind them and partner. Right now, nearing 30 laps completed in this race. Still going to have about 155 to go. What is the strategy now for our current leader?
Right now, strategy is that tire management. You do not want to burn those tires just a little bit too early. They have 80% fuel in those tanks ready to go tonight. Only 4 sets of tires with 185 laps. So tire management on these high bankings, especially in turn 3 and 4, where the wear over time will make you loose and slide up to that outside wall on the track, it is going to be very difficult for them to manage. Especially when you're in the front of the pack, you're having to lead that pace. You're going to be a little bit more aggressive in that throttle, which can lead to a little bit more rubber wear on those tires. I would say preferably that back rear, well, obviously rear, that rear right tire is going to go out a little bit faster than the rest. They're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Well, right now, these guys all single file for the first top 6, I'd say. After that, some battles behind them. But right now, this top 6 lined up, and I think they got that memo pretty quickly. They got to keep those straight line shocks of these vehicles and of these vehicles and of these teams prepared, because you talk about not only the tires, but you got to think how bumpy and how rough this track can be. That adds to this tire wear. These drivers are in a handful for these cars tonight.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of carnage so far with just one wreck that took out roughly 8 people. So they are in for a doozy tonight, throwing it back with the lingo there. They're going to be in for a doozy here tonight, keeping those cars on the asphalt itself, but possibly in the lead to take it to victory lane. Now, I want to go through this pack a little bit. Like you stated, within the top 5 right now, Matt Benke in the lead, being in that position right now, burning a little bit more rubber than the rest. Obviously not as much as second and third place, as you just saw right there. In second, the 25 of Joshua Thornton, and in third is, in that 57, is Robert Monday. Going to fourth and fifth place, well, now Logan Murray making a huge run, so he will be in second. So now in fourth place is Robert Monday. Fifth place, rounding out your top 5, is Brock Piper. You have behind him Aaron Wright and Donnie Honeycutt, respectively 6 and 7. Omar Rodriguez Jr. and Tyler Honeycutt with Matthew Worrell just in front of them in 7th, 8th, and ninth place. 10th place is Tyler Honeycutt right now, rounding out your top 10. That 48 car of Jeffrey Bourne is sitting in 11th. Miller in the 15 in 12th, just behind him by a few seconds. Cooper Liardi in 13th place, with the 52 of Owen Lax leading the second pack there in the back. In the 52, 3 of Mark Morton behind him, 82 of DJ Norris. Finishing out that pack is the 4 of Chad Sturlo. Then you have in 18th place Thaddeus Friel and John Marino, now slowly catching up to that pack. Might make a difference there when it comes to draft. If they could all get single file, could have some opportunities and possibilities to catch that lead pack. Sitting in 20th position, you have Brad Miner in the 46 car. Caden Watts in the 21 right now. In 21. In the 22nd position here on the track is the 13th car of Colin Carpenter. Kevin Nolf in the 71 sitting in 23rd position, and a few cars already a lap down. You have Mickey Stewart in the 24. Brianna Lauren in the 6th, not too far behind. Doesn't have many air miles on that vehicle tonight. Chad Sturlo in the 30. Charles Sharrow in the 33, sitting a few laps down right now, roughly 11 to 10 laps down. 27th place is the 27 of Gary Wright, believe already out of the race for tonight.
Right here, already 3 cars out, like was mentioned, but still a pretty solid field right now. And right now, I gotta say, I'm impressed with this run of this 35 car. We haven't seen him lead much so far this season, but here in race number 5, he has put that machine right where it needs to be out front. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good out there in clean air.
Absolutely. This is something that he's kind of been banking on for a few weeks now. It's been a rough start to the season here for Sandcastle Racing. The 35 right now, Benke led 26 laps of this race so far. Lap 38 being started as of now, 37 in the books so far. He has led almost a third of this race up until this point in time and trying to hold on to that lead. Little bit of problems in the backfield there. Believe that was Logan Murray that just got punted off the track. Accidental wall banging there seemed to be from the top 5, but now that has broke up the top 3 to a pack of their own. Donnie Honeycutt now side by side going for that lead back on that high line, just edges over that 35, but will he be able to hold on?
Let's see here, as right now everything's getting twisted around up here up front. One guy I want to shout out is Omar Rodriguez Jr., who has made his way up to the 5th position. He has been back there in the pack a little bit, but now up to P number 5. And we got a car off track there. Hold on.
Seems to be caution called with that car being off track there. No wrecks reported, and as always, no stage breaks here in the Arca series. So seems to be caution called for the car off track.
Let's see here for our 4th caution of the evening.
We're going to have to go to the blimp cam, see if we could get the car. Seems to be right there in the cam actually already. See if we can locate that car. Just trying to scroll through the infield cameras here now. Believe we found the vehicle. Yes, sir. The 79 of Matt Worrell. I'm not used to looking for a car with the number on it. That is a
Hey, at
little
least
different.
he's being nice to us this week.
Yeah, and it's big, bold, and neon, so it is a little bit easier to see here. But that was the reasoning for your caution. A very wise move from the race marshals and race control to go ahead and throw that caution before things got a little bit hairy and possible wrecks came out. Seems like a few are going to have the guts and determination to stay out right now. Some possibly going for a gas and go already. But that's going to let that 4 car of Strello cycle to the lead. Not much has changed within the backfield. Few drivers now up in higher positions from their starting position as your leader, the 4 car. He is up 18 positions from his starting grid spot. One of the top movers of the night so far. Started in 19th place. Behind him in that 2 car. No, I'm sorry. In the 13th in second position, Colin Carpenter started in 23rd place, has gained 21 positions so far on the night, and is now sitting in P2 with a good call there from that 4th caution. Omar Rodriguez Jr., the 01, now sits in 3rd place. 11 spots gained as he started in 14th position, looking to hold on to that spot as much as possible. Another high mover so far right now in 10 positions up from where he started. 9 now is the 8 car of Thaddeus Friel. Started in 25th and has now made his way up into 17th position. Looking to possibly add a little bit more on what we are still early in this race. So time will slowly start to tell who will be the dominant car here. The more laps we can get done. Right now, your leader, the 4 car of Strillo, taking us back to green flag once this pace car gets off the track momentarily. The lights are off there. And the sun is starting to set too. You already see track lights on here in Concord, North Carolina at the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway. Green flag waved in the Echo Park restart zone. The 4 car of Strillo pulling out a good jump there. Oh, one of Rodriguez Jr. now is giving him a battle. Has made his way around the other 2 cars in front of him in that line. Now trying to put a hurt onto that 4 car and get that lead. Make it at least 7 lead changes so far on the night. 57 of Robert Monday in 3rd place right now as the top 5 are just about single filed out. 51 of Brock Piper behind him with that 48 of Jeffrey Bourne now sitting in the top 5. Heavy moves made tonight, up 6 positions from his starting spot right now. In-car cam showing the heat between him and that snap-on. 51 to the outside, going into 3 and 4, a tricky turn. Listen to those tires squeal just a little bit, burning that rubber to try to keep that grip. Still side by side there with the 51. Intense battle going here. Not much draft on that low line for the 48 machine. Pack separated in the middle there. You see a lot of cars slowly but surely in that mid-pack line. Looking on cam with Bourne now in the top 5, 4th place. Hunting down Omar Rodriguez Jr. at this point in time. Looks to be trying to find a run on that inside line. Does comfortably. Edges up door to door there. Now looking to pass him to get 3rd place. Really moving right now is that 48. 48 comfortably gets around Rodriguez. Now sitting in the top 3. On the move, has a mission in mind, and that is to get that checkered flag waved and stuck in that net of that car. And you just saw right there into that turn to the backstretch, not afraid to modify his line. He went up to the midline there to get that draft of the 4-car Sterlo and has now used it to slingshot around. 48 sitting 1 position away from getting a lead here, making it another lead change added on to the night. Four-car not giving up completely, on board once again with the 48 car. See if he can make some time up right here to the 57 of Robert Monday.
It's crazy to think how many different leaders we've had so far tonight, partner. And I mean, right here, lap 50, 185, it really makes me believe anybody, and I mean anybody, could be heading to victory lane tonight.
Quite possibly could. We might see an entirely new winner here, something that we haven't seen much of so far. There's been a lot of dominance from 2 teams going into this race. First off, for the first couple of halves of the racing was Ghost Motorsports. Up to this point, it is now David Callahan Racing. Mark Morton and David Callahan both getting a win. Tyler Honeycutt got stripped of his 3rd possible back-to-back victory. 2 teams have only proven dominance. So will another team prevail tonight and take that checkered flag from the other teams that have already made names for themselves, or will we see it happen again? A little bit of a shakeup back there. Banky having a little bit of trouble with that 15 on his inside. Tapped the wall, kept it clean and kept it green. But still a little early on to be seeing tire problems. You just saw it right there. 78 almost had a big wreck in front of him. It looked like Bourne ended up getting the wall there. See, he's lost a lot of time. Now falling back into 3rd place was just sniffing the rear bumper of that 57, trying to take the lead. We'll have to redo all of that again, as now he has Morton on his inside, Donnie Honeycutt in front of him. Robert Monday still in the lead by a sizable distance, but still not enough to say he is comfortable.
Right now on lap 53, partner, we are about just past a 4th of this race. Has gone by about just past a quarter of this race, and so far, with the amount of shakeup that we've seen, and that almost was an incident. It looked like a few guys just kissed that outside wall, and that could have been trouble.
This is what we're going to see a lot more of. The more that sun goes down here tonight, track will get slippery. These cars known not to have much grip. Anyway, this banking here, especially in 3 and 4, as you just saw on your screen, that is where a lot of the wrecks are most likely going to come from. And we are possibly moments away from another one. At this point in time, a lot of these drivers have been out for a few laps. Some last pitting at lap 41, so they are roughly 15 laps into those tires. A few still haven't pitted at all. Notably, that 4 car of Chad Sturlo was last in pits, I believe, lap maybe 30. I might be wrong on that.
Right here, this race is getting crazier and crazier by the minute. As right there, lap traffic going to get in their way. As right now, Robert Monday still holding on to the lead. You got Mark Morton P3. You have Wright moving up into, or sorry, Morton into P2. Wright moving up into P3 out of the battle with Johnny Honeycutt right there. And look at this, the 48 trying to get involved as well as he sneaks his nose in there, pushing Wright out to P number 3 as he looks to take P4 from Donnie Honeycutt now.
Bourne trying to make back that beautiful run he had just a few laps ago. Got himself all the way up to second place with that run, trying to reduplicate it here now. But with Morton in front giving a little bit of the sweats to Monday, it's gonna be a little bit difficult here because now Morton has surpassed the 57 of Monday and is now in the lead here at the Mental Health Matters 275.
Right here, going to be coming around to lap 60 of 185 this race. The question is, when is strategy going to start playing a factor? We noticed that the tires started becoming an issue for some guys, but of course, with the amount of sets, is there really that big of a risk, partner?
I wouldn't say they should worry so much. If they need to get tires, absolutely get tires on that vehicle. Get, a fresh set on if you need. If you feel like you can run it and pull it off comfortably, take the 2. It'll save you a set where it could matter, but I would still be weary of the tires. Of course, here they are not getting relayed updated tire information lap by lap. They are only getting updated information if they go in for a gas and go. So once they already enter an exit pit lane, will kind of tell them where their tires are sitting. So it will be very difficult. Hopefully, throughout the week, these drivers have practiced within these conditions that they are racing in now, because that would give them a better set or a better mindset of how much these tires are going to wear and when they will wear. As of right now, we're not seeing much of the wear because we have a lot of drivers still able to hold that midline comfortably, especially within draft, but that could just be a matter of practice over skill. A little bit of contact there in the front from Monday and Morton. Monday had to touch the grass there just a little bit. They have been side-by-side racing here for almost 3 to 4 laps now and don't seem to be wavering off one bit from each other, just consistently changing leads back and forth between each other. 57 driving that low line comfortably. Morton in the 3 car on the outside. A seasoned driver is able to take that high lane with minimal draft help with clean air in front and has consistently been giving the 57 a run for his money. Now, looking through the rest of your top 10 right now, we have Donnie Honeycutt sitting in 3rd, slowly encroaching on those top 2 there on your screen now, almost to the bumper of the 57. In 4th and 5th place, you have the 51 of Piper and the 79 of Warall. Warall just outside of your screen right there in that blue car. In 6th and 7th place, Matt Banky and the 15 of Gary Miller. Sitting in 8th and ninth place right now, you have Aaron Wright in the 8 car of Thaddeus Friel Jr. Rounding out your top 10 is that 0-1 machine, Omar Rodriguez Jr., with Sherlow and Owen Lax not too far behind. Owen notably finishing in a third place position last week at Pocono. Team owner David Callahan able to take the win away to give DCR 2 back-to-back wins. Will we be able to see them make another one happen here tonight? Mark Morton still in the lead at lap 67 here. Was the first one for David Callahan Racing to get that checkered flag in this season in the Right Time Arca Series, looking to possibly replicate it again tonight. The 22 of Donnie Honeycutt, tired of patiently waiting behind, now makes his move and gets the lead on the inside run. 57 of Monday going to follow behind. Will he sit behind, or will he try to dive it inside for the run?
He's trying to funnel out to the outside partner. That might work. Who knows? He could get a good run here. No. Right now, it is going to be cut on him. And the battles continue here around the track as Honeycutt going to miss both days of this Charlotte racing event, especially the one that's going on right now here with the Mental Health Matters 275. And I can tell you right now, partner, Monday's putting the pressure on Honeycutt right now. I don't think we've seen anybody put this level of pressure on Donnie Honeycutt as Monday's putting on, because he's all over that back bumper.
Monday really giving him the work right now. Not many cars have been able to outrun Morton or Honeycutt, whether that be Donnie or Tyler. The 57 of Monday has not had the best races he has wanted the last few weeks, and is now trying to make a difference as we have the 5th caution here of the night. Seems to be I believe that was Aaron Wright around, if I'm not mistaken. And it was the 78 of Aaron Wright that time. Possible solo wreck there. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what has happened. No contact there from the over-under from the 25, but contact with the 0-1 there. 0-1 spun Aaron Wright around. Look at that one more time. 0-1 just gets on that outside rear quarter panel. Doesn't seem like any fault to him. He was in that high line. It looked like Wright just started coming up a little bit too early, and the caution was thrown with the wreck on the field. Wright doing a really good job there, minimizing as much damage to the field as possible, hitting that wall, locking up brakes, but it seems there was a number of damage done to that vehicle already. Now Wright in pits this time, obviously getting most of that damage off. Now regaining with the rest of the field. The 22 of Donnie Honeycutt still in the lead. Wright got out just at a good time, did not get placed a lap down as if he would have if the leader passed. 79 of Matthew Worrall sitting outside. Well, we don't know yet. Shoescone has not happened, but will be sitting in second place right now, and will be sitting in second place for the restart. He might have been down and out for the beginning of this race, but don't count him out now. In third place is the 88 of Tyler Honeycutt. Now, father and son duo trying their best to get that 1-2 position, but you gotta watch out Because who is behind Tyler Honeycutt? That is another Ghost Motorsports driver, the 46 of Brad Miner. Rounding out your top 5, the 23 of John Marino, now sitting in 5th position. Marino in this time, so he will be cycling to the rear of the field. Cooper Liardi also was in pits as well as Kevin Nolf. Logan Murray just hit pit road himself. Not much changes up there, but it damn sure does help the Ghost Motorsports cars, because now Donnie is in first place on that low line for this restart. Warall to the outside. Son and owner of Ghost Motorsports, the 88, Tyler Honeycutt, not too far behind. And this is something this team has needed a little bit of tribulations. They have went through this weekend, uncle and brother of Ghost Motorsports 79 and 88. Dwayne Honeycutt had a heart attack this past week, has undergone surgery, and is now comfortably sitting back in the comfort of his home. Obviously, prayers are with him and their family right now as the 79 and 88 are trying to drive their hearts out for him on this track here and get another win dedicated to their beloved one. Pace car off the track for the 5th time tonight. Honeycutt in the 22 takes us back to green in the Echo Park restart zone here for the Mental Health Matters 275. Now you see the 79-88 battling it for second place there. 3-car Morton behind the 88 on the low line. Honeycutt in the front in the 22 car, running away with the lead, but not too much distance is happening. Only 0.2 off. That is only 0.2 of a second off from the rest of the pack right there. Slowly gaining more time to the distance of those vehicles behind him, but not much change happening. The 88 and 79 is still battling for second place. Tyler trying to get up to his father there. 57 in the wall just a little bit, able to save it. But now the 88 is going to have to cycle back into 4th place as Warall and Miner get around. Might be the strategy here for Ghost Motorsports. 46 might be more comfortable on that low line. The 88 might be more comfortable on the top. Seems to be. Now, if they can figure this out all right and get around Warall, they could block the rest of the field and try to run away from this race. Warall dumping air on both of their cars, not trying to help them with the draft. Kind of has no choice, though, within the corners, so he has to sit there reluctantly. 88 now in front of the 57. Robert Monday making a move here on the outside of the 88. Trying to close down that distance to the 79's bumper and does successfully. 88 all alone by himself on the bottom. Help so far behind, but still not too close. Now Honeycutt still in 4th place. 22 of Honeycutt in 1st. 57 in the 79. Monday and Warall side by side. 57 able to get around that 79 with ease and is now going after the leader, the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt. 57 now back to the lead here. Donnie Honeycutt in second place. 52 of Lax is now in third place. 88 of Tyler Honeycutt sitting in fourth. And Matt Banky rounding out your top five. Matt fighting with Warhol and Miner, trying to get back into the front to get that lead back. Seemed very comfortable here early on into this race and is now trying his best to get back up into the front to take the lead. Monday still in the lead right now. Driving away from the field, only 0.3 of a second in the lead, but that is still enough to be manageable. 22 of Donnie Honeycutt still trying to get back to that position with Owen Lax behind. Top five all in a single file draft pack line right now. Few going low, try to get that line edged out to the best of their abilities. But you're seeing it slowly wear their time off to the other cars around them, using that high line. .35 of Banky in the top three still. Seeing a little bit of a fight from the 52, trying to get that momentum on that low line. Banky in the wall there just a little bit, but still on the bumper of Donnie Honeycutt. Honeycutt sitting in second place here now to the outside. Banky tries to go, but won't have the run to wedge that car in there for the position, having to get back in the draft of the 22. 22 putting on a good defensive line there. But Banky does go under him there and will pass him. 22 of Honeycutt losing 2 spots. Almost 2 spots. 52 couldn't catch up in time to pass him. So now the 22 cycles into third place. Robert Monday still leading this field under green flag right now, as he has been dominant so far here. Few cars have been dominant. He is one of them. Robert Monday in the lead, led 20 laps so far, just about as much as the other cars that have touched that lead position. Now in second place in that 35, Banky led 27 laps of the race here so far. You saw Donnie Honeycutt himself led about 20 laps so far on this night as well, as we are 86 laps into this race. Even and fairly changes have happened a lot so far tonight, and we are nowhere near done. Seeing more happen with the rest of the racing we have here. Almost 97 more laps to go for the Wright Time Arca Series.
Right now, what's interesting to me, partner, is just how guys that we have not been able to talk about as much have been able to come out and dominate this race. I mean, these are two guys that have ran mid-pack up to this point, and now um, they're given both the option to try to extend the strategy out for these guys. I mean, as we head further and further into nighttime, the handling is going to change up on these cars, and you got to wonder what that means for strategy as we continue later and later into this race.
Absolutely. And while they go to start lap 90, on behalf of ARN Network, we want to thank you guys for tuning in here every week to watch not only us broadcast this race, but the Right Time Arca Series do what they do best, and that is race and leave it all on the track. If you already haven't, be sure to follow and stay up to date with the notifications on, not only for Right Times Arca Series, but Momentum Racing League on Friday nights, and soon to be possibly more series from both of those racing leagues themselves. Excuse me. If you already have, and I know there's a few of you in chat that have, if you already haven't, make sure, if you can, you do not have to as it's not mandatory, but if you can, go ahead and subscribe to that channel that gives you 100% pure racing, no ads necessary. And also, if you are wanting to join our action outside of racing, you can type in the chat !Discord and get a direct Discord link to the little hangout we have for just ourselves and the fans. Right now, still in the lead, lap 92 is the 57 of Robert Monday. Banky giving him a run for his money, or at least trying to, in second place right now for the Mental Health Matters 275. A big distance, almost a second back from third place to that leader, and in that third place position is Omar Rodriguez Jr. A lot of changing we have seen here so far throughout this race. The 01 car, 11 positions up from where he started. The
What's
most
crazy? Oh, sorry, partner. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the most notable change within the top 10. There's two of them, actually. One sitting just outside right now, 17 positions from his starting grid spot. That is the 8 car of Thaddeus Friel, now in 8th place, and just outside the top 10 is the 23 of John Marino, started in 27th, currently in 11th.
Yeah, and a lot of guys moving up closer to the front. And I just want to say we're under 100 laps to go. The fact that this racing has continued on the level it has, and the fact that we're seeing so many new names to the front, partner, I'm telling you right now, I'm looking over at our stats guy up here in the booth, and right now it looks like he's wanting to throw the calculator away because the amount of things that he has had to go over tonight as far as statistician, I mean, I swear we have a whole door beside us. I can just see him over here through the doorway. And partner, it looks like security is going to have to take him off because he is he is not happy about the overtime he's putting in tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, give shout out to the guys who do that tirelessly and then have to follow that up with the post race and the race review at later on in the week, cuz boy oh boy, there's going to be a lot to have to calculate here tonight, as there already has been. We've had at least 10 lead changes from the same vehicles already touching those spots, fighting one another, and then just a back and forth between those two cars fighting, as you see on your screen right now. Banky on the inside of Monday, once again trying to get that lead position back. Possibly can here in the next few laps with the help of Rodriguez Jr. if he chooses to stay behind and doesn't. So now they're going to be side by side for second place. There is a huge margin between fourth and third place. From fourth to first place is almost 3.5 seconds roughly, as now we have another lead change on the night as Rodriguez Jr. is able to get around the 57 of Monday and now finds himself in the lead here after a few weeks of trouble on the track.
I'm about to say, partner, you look at this top three. Who expected this to be your top three competitors at any point during tonight, partner. I certainly didn't. But the new face is coming out to shine here at Charlotte.
And this is only going to be a preview of what we have to come for the All-Star race. Now, we might not see a lot of the same familiar names come and put on the show that they did here tonight, but it is very possible that we might be seeing the precursor to what's to come for the All-Star race when we come back here to Charlotte in North Carolina one more time for this season. And notably, I will add this because we have not said anything about this so far. There is a few charters on the line for the Truck Series that will be developing next season. So I believe this is why we're seeing a show from a lot of the guys we haven't seen or called names on a lot within the last few weeks here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a top 10 finishing in points charter spot for the truck season next year. Or next season, excuse me. So there's a lot to anticipate here from the standpoint of being a driver and especially a team owner. If your drivers get you in a good position, you are immediately giving yourself that charter system and practically allowing yourself to immediately be in the truck series without having to put so much extra effort in. So I feel like that's what we might be seeing tonight, especially with our schedule getting a little bit rocky next week when we go to Watkins Glen on the 19th. That is going to be tricky. Now, there was a couple of throw-ups in the air where they were thinking it was going to be the boot configuration, taking it back to the Circuit of America cars, or Car of Tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. But they decided not to go with the COT configuration, and they have went with a 65-lap Watkins Glen race with the current circuit. So we are going to see a bit of misfortune for a lot of drivers in the future. They are trying to get as much as possible down and done now so they don't have to worry about it within the next few races, to be honest. Now we are seeing at lap 105, Rodriguez now starting to get some heat from those top three drivers. The top two, notably Robert Monday in the 57 and Matt Banky in the 35. All single file, a little bit closer than what the 01 is possibly wanting here. Could see a possible 3 wide at any point in time for a lead change once again, whether that be Banky taking the lead back, Monday getting the lead again, or the 01 holding his lead, as now the 57 is side by side with Rodriguez. Doesn't seem like he has much run out of the corner, and does not. We'll have to fall back in line and try once again here in the corner. Still not able to get that run. Banky not going down and giving him that draft he needs. Once again, still trying. Gets it this time, but will he be able to hold on? Does not. Little bit of contact. Omar kept it straight and out of the wall there. Good for him. After that shakeup there, it's going to let the 57 of Monday get in front of him. So now Rodriguez in second place in that 01 on the outside of your screen, that light blue and yellow car. Takes the lead back from the outside once again. Monday diving deep there onto that apron, holding that line just above the apron. Don't want to get those tires under that line. It isn't a penalty here, but we are 3 wide in the front right now. Lap traffic. Leaders cannot be too happy about that, but thankfully the 79 of Warhol did not cause any issues there. Warhol notably in 18th position, all the way up to 11th. Actually, all the way up to 9th place right now is a lap down. See if we can get the line above between 8th and 9th place. So showing the top 7 cars on your top block there. Everybody that is still not trapped. A lap down. In pits this time now. So we will see a few changes possibly occur here. Omar still decided to stay out in the 01 in the lead once again. 35 of Banky behind. Now in third place is the 15 of Gary Miller. Fourth place behind him in the 25 is Josh Thornton. And rounding out your top 5 now, gained 20 positions from a starting grid. That is Thaddeus Friel Jr. in that Ford 8 car. Notably, now up to the 5th place car is only on lead lap. Line separating everybody else that is trapped a lap down. Thaddeus Friel 16 seconds back from the leader. As now Omar and Banky are fighting here for the lead at lap 113, now being completed this time by start of lap 114 at this time. Have to wonder when their pit cycles are going to start. See if we can pull up their last pit data. As the 01 goes in this time. Last pitted at lap 71. Same with Banky, I'm assuming. Exactly the same. So now they are in pits. We will change the top block back to see who will be able to cycle from the top 10. Thaddeus Friel, now your new leader. And a wreck with him in the 78. Thaddeus able to maintain it. No caution thrown. We went back to that just in time there to see that action happen right in front of your eyes. That was the 78 of Aaron Wright. Tapped him just a little bit. Got him loose. Looked like the 25 just slammed into the outside wall. Lot of loose tires happening right now as you're seeing on your screen. But now back in first and second place, the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt. And his son not too far behind. Pretty far behind. About 3 seconds behind is the 88 of Tyler Honeycutt, or as I like to say now, back in the top 5 in 1 and 2. Honeycutt squared with the 57 of Robert Monday. the 3 car of Mark Morton, and the 5 of Rodriguez Jr. wanting that lead position back, all within this top 6, 5 to 6. Other than Tyler has touched the lead so far here tonight. Tyler knowing what the lead tastes like and feels like after his first 2 starts for Ghost Motorsports in the Right Time Arca Series, as he went back-to-back wins to start off our season, looked to claim that 3rd victory, but now one of the cars in the top 5 gunning for that spot was the one to beat him on that. That was Mark Morton. And then last week at Pocono, the team owner of Mark Morton's car, the 2 car of David Callahan, took the win at Pocono. So now Ghost Motorsports trying to regain their dominance and get that victory once again here for the 3rd time this season so far. I think Josh died on us. It's been quiet on that side of town. But right now, as we are on lap 120 out of 185 laps here for the Mental Health Matters 275. We are going to go to a quick commercial break from our local sponsors in our non-stop side-by-side picture-in-picture, and we will be back with more coverage shortly.
The after jets are don't count out anybody. Who wants it the most? We are eyes on the leader now. What a victory this will be! Next lap is going to end. Does he have another? Let's go! A dominant performance. They're going to say no, baby. Let's go! You got to earn this thing. It is all on the table.
And we are back here from a short commercial break on Asphalt Racing Network. As always, thank you guys for tuning in and dealing with us in your ears for about an hour and 45 minutes so far. If you already haven't, be sure to hit that follow button. If you are able to, go ahead and subscribe, get full non-stop action, and a specific spot in our sub-only channel in our Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you are wanting to join that, type exclamation Discord in the chat. It will give you a direct link to my and experts' little hangout away from racing. But speaking of racing and back to racing, we have been a green flag here for a long time now, and that is a good thing to have so far. As of right now, you have the 01 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. back in the lead, the 22 in second place of Donnie Honeycutt, and in third place, Robert Monday. Right outside of that top three position is Matt Banky in the 35, and the 52 car of Owen Lax rounding out your top five position right now. We are slowly starting to see a move here from Donnie on the low line. Will he be able to pull that run? Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Actually, he will be in pits this time. Smart strategy we've seen from Ghost Motorsports throughout the season up to this point. This could be another smart pit cycle positioning for Donnie himself. Tyler Honeycutt seems to be staying out on the track as of now. Will he dive under that apron next time and go in with his father, or will he stay out on the track?
My biggest thing, and this the biggest concern for me, if I'm one of those leading guys, is the fact that, we just saw the 22 nearly get to the lead. He pulled off to go and get tires. What does that mean for the guys up front? How long do they stay out before they have to come in knowing that one of their main competitors, he's gone in, he's already made what could be his last stop under green here for the evening?
And it's a very good question. Right now, it seems like our leader has last pitted at lap 114. The second and third place cars of Robert Monday and Owen Lax both pitted at 109. Matt Banky looking to be pitting at 114 as well. And Tyler Honeycutt being out for a majority of this race so far seems to be sitting at lap 90. So he is well into this run right now on older tires and does not seem to be loose or uncomfortable. But speaking of Tyler Honeycutt in lap 90, he's in this time at lap 134. So now just 2 laps under his father's pit cycle strategy. Will this prevail for either one of them? We will have to see within the next 30 laps.
Right here, these guys continuing to roll as far as the leaders right now. Despite the pit cycle going on, Rodriguez maintains the lead. Monday holding off guys like Lax and the 35 machine, Binky back there. So this top four, all these guys have led at one point, but it's going to be interesting to see. Or sorry, all of them besides Lax have led at one point, but Lax in his own right has been up front. It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to shape up with this with these pit strategies. Who will be able to take advantage here, and who out of this pack, out of all these cars that have been able to get up there and touch the lead, who is going to come away with the victory? Well, we are, running down the laps now. It is just past 50 laps to the end here. And partner, when I tell you it's been a fun race here at Charlotte, and we are coming down to the final moments, it's going to become a lot more hectic. So if you're out there viewing, be sure drop a follow, subscribe if you're ready, tighten up those belts, and let your family know we got a barn burner brewing here with the Mental Health Matters 275, and let them know to get on to Twitch and join this channel and take a look at all the action that's coming up next for them. As right now we continue to eat through the time, and partner, it's going to be interesting to see who is able to get to pit road next, especially with these four staying out.
Yeah, and they've been out, like we said, a sizable amount of laps so far. Still comfortable on those tires as they're only about 20 or something, 20 some odd laps in so far to this race. That being Omar, Monday, Banky, Lax, and DJ Norris now in the top five, all pitting early into the 100th, 115 maximum laps here. So they're still on a fresh set of tires if they did the full stop, which I am assuming they did. Obviously, only 80% fuel let into those tanks tonight. So that fuel run will make a difference. Omar in the lead, sizably running up a lot more gas than the rest, but still putting out fast times in the front with no draft in front of him and all that clean air. A little over-under back there. 57 dropped to third. Let Banky take that low line there. Might be seeing a little bit of wear in the rear tires from that 57. Owen Lax, DJ Norris not too far behind. Oh, no, that is not DJ. That is the 71 of Kevin Nolf. Position does not matter for that 71 as he is a lap or so down at this point in time. But still, that draft will be helping Owen try to get back up to those top three cars. Fifth place right now on your screen, that 82 car trying his best to get up with the rest of the field. He is sitting almost 10 seconds back from the leader himself, that being Rodriguez, that 01 machine. So trying what he can to be comfortable within the traffic he's in right now, hoping to not have any more wrecks, even though some of those vehicles in the back would pray for it as they would be able to get at least a lap back. Notably, the top 9 are all on lead lap. Honeycutt in 10th place, all the way down to the 28th car on the field, all trapped a lap down. Now Banky, 0.2 of a second back off the 01, trying to make a run here. It is just them two and the skies here in Concord. Sun is down, track lights fully on at this point in time, and it is nighttime racing here. 01 doing a really good job holding that lead out right now. Roughly in 40 more laps to go here. The rest of this race could be his if his positioning, strategy, and pit cycle all works out in his favor. But still, only 8 seconds back is that 4th place car, the 82 of DJ Norris. So still in a very pivotal position. Omar might be possibly waiting for the other cars behind him to pit before he goes down himself, but that also could hurt him in the long run. Omar running 34 laps of this race up front by himself. A lot of other cars have had the lead at one point in time, but he is doing the most with what he has at his disposal. Lap 148. Banky trying his best to get up to that front. Warhol just on the outside of your screen on the right-hand side there. Not in it for position right now as he is sitting currently 2 laps down in 16th place. Gonna take it to the outside of the 70. Ooh, 79 gonna take it to the outside of the 01 there. Still, once again, not for position, just for a lap. Him getting in front only puts him now 1 lap down, but still does not let him get that lap back if a caution happened right now. Honeycutt in the 22 would be the first person to get that lap back as he is sitting in the top 5 now. Everybody up to 5th place is a lap down. Only the top 4 remain on lead lap. And notably, I think those are all the drivers that have not pitted so far. Omar Rodriguez, last time into pits, was lap 114. Matt Banky in this time to pits. Last pit cycle was at lap 114. Gary Miller in third. Still has not pitted in that 15 Cinnamon Toast Crunch scheme. Last time he pitted was lap 114 as well. In fourth place was the 25 of Joshua Thornton. Last time he pitted was also lap 114. So with Banky going in this time, it is showing that the rest of the pit cycles for those top 4 will be starting, as we are now seeing Omar go in as well, which means Miller in the 15 is in at this time by, and possibly Thornton will follow within the next lap or so. Paying close attention to him, because as he passes them in pits, he will cycle to the lead and be a leader at this point in time. First laps led here on the night, if I am not mistaken. Started in 12th place. Now up to first. But he has to be weary, because now when he goes into pits, he will have to pay attention to that strategy, trying to do as much as possible to get the time back, cutting a little bit on that restart zone there. Trying to get good apexes where he doesn't have to let off the gas so much, and he's able to keep that car rolling and keep that momentum. 15 now rejoining on the track. Everybody up to 10th place, now back on lead lap, all the way up to 12th. Not trapped, a lap down. Thornton still out on the field right now, notably last pitted at lap 114. We are at lap 154 at this time. He is still giving it all he's got. Top speed noted for the night is 184 miles per hour for that driver. We're seeing other speeds as long as 196 in a draft pack right now. So a big difference when you're in draft to when you're driving in the front of the pack, or just by yourself driving in the front of the pack, as he is still determined to stay out on the field. Excuse me there. You see that 15 of Gary Miller slowly gaining time, showing the difference in old tires versus new tires. Miller doing what he can best to keep some draft to the 25 of Thornton. Thornton still determined to stay out on the field and not go in. But look, that 15 is now on his outside, trying to get around him if he can because he knows that car is coasting. But it also might help that 15 with that gas run, as now we only have 30 laps to go for the Mental Health Matters 275, and we have a wreck on the field. 35 of Matt Banky in that accident that time. Now let's go and check it out, see exactly what happened here to the 35 machine. Good run on that line in that corner. Oh, totally toasted the 21's back bumper. That's a 21 of Caden Watts. Let's go ahead and see that again from Caden's perspective. Seemed like Caden wanted to go into pits, but was on the high line and decided to go low at the last minute as pit lane was opening. Possibly not a good choice, as you're going to have to stay on that low line and call that out. Got in the way of the 35. 35 had nowhere else to go on that. So, I mean, I really wouldn't put any blame on that 35 machine himself. Very difficult maneuver to have to make. Let's go to the roll bar cam for the 35 and see exactly what happened. Yeah, so 27, nope, 21. Caden Watts seemed to be trying to go in pits from an outside line and unfortunately caused more damage than what he could have if he was in that low line. Doesn't seem to be able to drive his car at all. He's doing some wiggles with his wheel there on the replay. Banky now exiting pit road. Wants himself in pits. But now, a little bit of a shakeup. A lot of lap traffic in front. But the 57 of Monday is your current leader at this time of the caution. Few cars getting a lap back if all the leaders pit. Joshua Thornton getting his lap. Trying to regain with the field there. The race control having a lot cut out for him there. Not much tonight. It's been pretty easy to tell if it's a racing incident. If it's been, I really haven't seen many intentional wrecks here so far. So it seems to be just a lot of racing incidents with these Arca cars. You know, having to try not to lock up the brakes. You know, as everybody calls it, Arca braking. They're not not the best brakes on a vehicle for the speed that they have. But just an unfortunate situation there with someone trying to come into pits from the outside lane and getting involved in a car with a car that had obviously better tires and a faster run. As of now, pace lights are off here for the Mental Health Matters 275. Pace car in this time in the 57 of Monday will be restarting in the Echo Park restart zone. Green flag waved once again here for the Right Time Arca Series on Asphalt Racing Network, known as ARN. 01 of Rodriguez in second place, 52 of Lax in third, the 88 of Honeycutt with the 22 not too far behind, rounding out your top 5.
And down to the bottom, does Rodriguez have what it takes out of the corner to clear? Monday barely, just barely, it looks like he does. Here comes Monday, though, looking for that crosser.
And seems to get it this time, too.
I wouldn't say that, partner. Here comes Rodriguez. He's fighting back on the outside. Can he hold on? It looks like he will. They dive through 3 and 4. Here comes Monday. Back on the bottom. He's going to slide up. He's going to be able to pinch Rodriguez up top. No, Rodriguez able to hold on here with 24 laps to go.
.52 Alex now to the outside of that 57 of Monday. Monday 3 wide almost. Just barely 3 wide up there for second place right now as we have another caution on the night. We're going to have to go mid-pack blimp cam and see exactly what happened there. Well, seems like we found it. Seems to be the 51 of Brock Piper. See what happened. Let's roll it back just a little bit and follow Brock himself. So right now, 51 rolling comfortably on that high line. Possibly makes contact with one in turn 1 and 2. Seem to be rolling pretty close to that wall. Doesn't get it on the entrance. Oh, it's the 23 in front. John Marino got loose. Let's back that up a bit and follow Marino. Marino got a little bit of a touch once again. That's 78 of Aaron Wright with a quarter panel touch. And unfortunately, Marino got loose. Slammed the wall. Has a lot of damage on that front end. Missing his entire bumper. Possibly has radiator damage. And hopefully hasn't used the fast repair. So he'll have hopefully a quick pit cycle there. But still not a good situation to be in. Marino seems to be out as we do not have a cam on him on the track. Morton parked on the front stretch in the road course area. Guess he's gearing up for Watkins Glen next week. Wrong track, but right mindset to have. Showing Marino in pits right now. There he is. Finally got the cams back. So the 23 out now after that wreck involving the 78 of Aaron Wright. Now we'll be regaining the field with that U.S. Army scheme. So, partner, 7 cautions here so far tonight. Seem to be all considerable racing incidences. Multiple lead change, double-digit lead changes here so far tonight. And we've seen Omar be the most dominant one so far to lead this race. How are you feeling on his probability of being able to finish this race out with a victory.
Well, of course, we talked about he hasn't had experience in this spot throughout this season, uh, almost at all. But here's what can happen: Omar could really shock the entire field, and I think could really shock the entire league. He has proved that he could be the most dominant car out here tonight, and I am curious and I am wondering, can he hold on and make that number one turn into the number one position on the track and put himself into victory lane? It's going to be interesting to see what he's able to do as we are set to go back green this time by.
Just a few more moments away these drivers have till the 7th green flag is waved in the air here at Charlotte, trying to get this race done under green flag. I know Omar not appreciative of this caution as it's stacked up the rest of the field behind, and now he's going to have to work all over again to get that advantage back. Pace car off. Omar Rodriguez leading us back to green flag in the Echo Park restart zone. Good jump from him on the restart there. Able to edge his way out in front by at least 2 car lengths.
Right now, with 20 laps to go, Rodriguez holding off a hungry Owen Lax, who's going to dive down to the bottom. And partner, I thought he was going to try to pull the slide job for a second, but that 52 dived straight to the bottom. Now side by side for the lead. Lax and Rodriguez side by side. And look who's late to the party. Caution's going to come out behind in a big wreck involving Morton. And I believe that's Friel involved as well. It's going to take out a key player in tonight's action, pulling out caution number 8 here in Charlotte.
Tough situation for both of those cars, especially for Morton himself, wanting to get back in victory lane, not wanting his teammate to do it for him. Now part of a caution here, 8th caution of the night with just a few more laps to go here. I think we wound it back just a wee bit too far. Try that again, folks. This seems to be... No, this was... Don't know why it's calling this for a crash. See if we get the correct camera footage, people. Rewind that just a little bit more, and we have the entire caution. Only took 3 attempts. Yeah, so that's a little tough there. Contact from the outside. Three wide here. Just barely in the back. 57 got on the inside and spun that 3 car around. Ended up catching Friel Jr. in the mix. And unfortunately, another caution has happened. Now, as you see, Thaddeus in pits. Morton in pits as well. We're going back to your leader. The 01 of Omar Rodriguez still sits in the lead. Caution helped him as the 52 of Lax was just about to give him a run for his money and touched the lead for the first time. I know Owen is not too happy about that. He was pretty close there. Thankfully, That caution did come out for a few, because now in third and fourth, you have the 88 and the 22 of Ghost Motorsports, Honeycutt Square, Tyler and Donnie. Rounding out your top 5 right now is the 35 car, Matt Banky. 6th place in the 57 is Monday. 7th and 8th, you have Miller and Thornton. 9th place, you have Brad Miner. And then rounding out your top 10, DJ Norris. The 79 of Matthew Worrall takes the 11th position just outside of the top 10. In 12th place, you have Chad Sturlow in the 4 car. 13th, you have Mickey Stewart in the 42 Ford machine. 14th is the 78 of Aaron Wright. 15th is Josh Marino, now trying to regain with the field. 16th and 17th, Thaddeus Friel Jr. and Mark Morton after that wreck. Sitting in 18th at this time will be the 18 of 07 of Cooper Liardi. 19th place just in front, the 48 of Jeffrey Bourne. Few laps down at this point in time. Brianna Lawrence sitting right behind Bourne in 20th place. Kevin Nolf in the 71 in 21st place. Brock Piper in the 51 sitting behind. Honeycutt's trying to give some pressure to that leader. Lack sitting in the high line. Another car in the wall. It is the 46 of Brad Miner. The 57, Robert Monday. Robert towing it back to pits doesn't look to be a good sign from him.
Yeah, definitely not at all, and that's not where you want to be if you're Monday at all either. Coming toward the end of this race, that's talking about flipping the whole race on its head there for that 57 team.
Oh, God. What a restart position. Literally on his side already. Contact with the 46. Goes on 2 wheels there. 46 made it into the wall before he had contact with that 57 of Monday. Monday not having a good Wednesday. See if we can wind back. Yeah, there's the incident right there. 29 of Warall slammed the 46 into the wall. 46 did as much as possible to stay in that high line, and the 57 of Monday wasn't expecting that much of a fall off speed from the 46, and unfortunately was the reasoning for the caution. So nothing the 46 really could have done there other than slam the wall himself. He was already up high. That was just Monday going through the motions, expecting a car, or excuse me, the lane to be open, the same lane he has been driving for the entirety of this race so far. So now the 9th caution of the night. 173 laps have been done, whether that was green flag or caution. 173 laps done. 275 miles almost ran for all of these drivers here tonight. And just a few more to go. Omar loving these cautions. It is killing laps that he does not have to battle for. But I can tell you who's not. That would be the 52 car of Owen Lax behind him, the 88 of Tyler, and the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt. while they are having their one last pace lap here before we go back green at the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. As always, on behalf of ARN, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to the broadcast, as always. Here on Wednesday nights, it's always going to be the Right Time Arca series that will not go nowhere. And Friday nights, for those who can watch a later race on the Eastern Time, we do cover Momentum Trucks Racing League. That green flag starts at about 11 o'clock Eastern PM on Fridays. So be sure to check us out for both of those broadcasts right here at the home of ARN. If you already haven't, be sure to follow the channel and turn your notifications on so you will be notified when we do a live broadcast or when there's just another stream done on this channel. Right now, pace car lights are off. The 0-1 of Rodriguez will take us back to green flag here. And do not forget, we do have post-race interviews, so do not turn off your TVs once the checker flag is waved. 0-1 back in the Echo Park restart zone for the green flag. Once again here, 11 more laps to go. Doing everything in his power to try to keep this lead. 88-22 slowly edging up over Lax. Will they be able to take 1-2 position here tonight? 88 out to dry on the low line, just gets in front of the 22 himself. 52 of Lax in front. 35 of Banky slowly starting to come up into the top 5. Now passing the Now just passing the 22 of Donnie. Side by side here for position number 2. The 52 and the 88. Tyler leaving it all on the line here. 9 laps to go. Wanting to make it back into victory lane tonight on behalf of his uncle. Oh, 01 doing a good job playing the defensive line here. Trying to not waver around too much. Now 2/10 in front of Lax. Now Lax is edged to the front and another wreck in the backfield. Gary Miller, one of the cars around, just slammed the 42. Brianna Laurent also involved. Bumper damage right there. 15 is probably going to have to be towed. That right tire is toast. And a huge stack up there going all the way back to the 10th place car of Aaron Wright. 79 of Warhol once again getting loose and slamming up into the 82. 82 catching the 15, sending the 15 into the wall. 78 off the track there. 15 getting slammed up into that outside wall. Comes back down. Hits the 42 of Mickey Stewart. Sends him into the outside. 71 also convenes to the 15, and then the 6 slams the 15 as well. A lot of cars caught into that caution. Another replay view watching Gary Miller. Brianna Laurent also involved. Seeing the wreck from the front, tried to do as much damage as she possibly could, damage control as she possibly could. Tried to hold that second line, expecting them to just split upwards. Unfortunate, it did not work out that way. They both locked up brakes in the middle of the track and caused just a clogged lane for her not to be able to go through. Following the 82 of DJ Norris here. DJ already had sizable damage after the wreck, decided to just park it right there. He could not drive it into the rest of pits. John Marino also being another one cited for a crash. 4-car just goes low. Spins around the 23. Four-car of Chad Sturlo as well. Omar Rodriguez Jr. in the front now. Coming back with about 4 laps to go when they cross the line to go green this time. Like we've stated multiple times tonight, if you already haven't, follow the channel for live racing action here weekly from Wright Arca Series and the Momentum Trucks Racing League. And be sure to subscribe if you can to get nonstop action ad-free, including the nonstop action side-by-side view when we do take our personal commercial breaks. Check that pin message as well if you are wanting to join our Discord away from the racing side, where we do hang out and have a little bit more activities in there as well. Green flag back here, 4 laps to go. Omar Rodriguez in the lead. The 88 of Donnie, the 88 of Tyler Honeycutt in second place, and the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt now in third. Almost 3 wide there for third place, as they are now. Benke, 52 of Lax, 22 of Donnie inside the middle line there as they're fighting for 3 wide. Tyler giving it all he's got with 4 left to go to take this lead away from Omar and possibly the race win. Little bit of looseness there, as you just saw from Joshua Thornton, the 25, sitting in 5th place. Tyler giving the 01 a run there. Little bit of contact, trying to get him to get out of his gas, but to no avail. Now having to dive it back down on the inside. 3 laps here to go. The 88 takes the lead back from the 01. First time the 88's touched a lead tonight. Will he be able to take the victory? 2 more laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Omar trying his best to get that inside line, but the 88 is not going to let him get it. 2 wide behind for third. In the wall, keeps it green. We will be able to finish this under green flag. I'm calling it now. 22 in third place, not able to get the help and get up there right now. Passing the line, white flag being waved this time by 88 in the lead. Tyler Honeycutt looking to take victory lane once again. A lot on the line here. 88 almost 2 tenths in front. 22 on the inside of the 01, giving him a little bit of a run. That's going to help the 88. 88 around the last corner, exiting 4, will take the victory here at the Mental Health Matters 275 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Fireworks in the air for Ghost Motorsports tonight. A lot on the line here tonight. Ghost Motorsports finally finds themselves back into victory lane, and as I already know, that race was for the uncle and the brother of the 22 and the 88, Dwayne who just had a troubling week, but has been able to find his way back home and in the comfort of his home. Now, watching his family take the win here in honor of him for the Mental Health Matters 275, as we are going to watch the 88 burn it down and listen to that engine purr. What a race we have just witnessed, Josh. What do you think about those last 5 laps there? All right, and my partner is MIA. Well, anyway, I feel like that was immaculate racing there from Ghost Motorsports to try to take that positioning back. They were fighting to get up to that lead all night. 88 not able to touch the lead just up until the last few laps there, and showed the difference on skill level in the long stage runs. I would like to try and get the official results. Obviously, your winner being the 88 of Tyler Honeycutt. In second place, Donnie Honeycutt. And rounding out your top three would be Omar Rodriguez Jr. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Omar in here for a copy. And there he is. So I would say not the way you expected that race to finish. I could already hear it in your voice. You're not too pleased. You had a pretty dominant car so far tonight. We all kind of expected you to get that win. Where do you feel like it went wrong in those last 5 laps there?
It probably started when the caution started. I had a tire set waiting for me in the pits, and I just didn't take them.
So you last pitted, it looks like lap one. Well, now it's showing everybody
140-ish.
in at 186. It was about 145. Obviously they had you beat out. Tyler did pit about 10 to 15 laps in front of you. So obviously the late stage tire run wasn't the best for you. But I mean, you started in 14th position, got your way all the way up into the lead for roughly 30 some odd laps tonight. How are you just feeling about the car here tonight with the expected troubles that everybody was kind of looking at?
The huge green flag run that we had there, about 100 laps, kind of caught me off guard, but it worked out for me because I was trying to play the long game and keeping a tire set extra.
So
Man, I'm
obviously,
sorry, I'm just heartbroken by that, Tim.
no, I kind of expected it. It's practically the playoff race. Watch where all the Denny Hamlin fans got heartbroken in the last 5 laps. It's kind of the same thing we just watched here again tonight. But you really you've had struggles the last few races. a lot not being because of your mistakes. You've been involved with everybody else's mistakes, and it's kind of held you back to a lower finishing position. Now you're able to get that top three. How do you feel going into the rest of this season now, kind of putting the bad races behind you and getting that top three finish?
I think as long as I could just run towards the front of the pack and get out of everyone else's way, I think I could run my race and be confident that I'll finish in the top.
Now, before I let you go and try to unwind and watch replay of where everything went wrong, I do want to ask if you have any shout outs for anybody watching or any of the fans watching at home.
Yeah, I mean, huge shout out to the Honeycuts. They've been whooping butt week in, week out. I believe Tyler's uncle was having some health issues, so good to see he went out there and performed for his family. Bad props to the Honeycuts.
Well, Mr. Rodriguez, we hope to get another interview from you here before the end of the season. Unfortunate you weren't able to win tonight, but congratulations on your top three finish.
Much appreciated. I'll be back.
We hope to hear more from you too.
Have a good.
He was saying, "Have a good night, YouTube." Sorry, didn't expect you to expect anything else from you.
Oh, Lord.
I will pull in our second place finisher here and let you take the reins on that, Josh. Someone we've already talked to tonight earlier in the pre-race interviews from Pocono. That would be the 22 car of Donnie Honeycutt.
Donnie, it is expert up in the booth. And my friend, come on now. Yeah, one more spot. Come on. Give me a reason to talk about you in victory lane, buddy. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know, expert. I'm trying, but Tyler just has my number every week. It seems like.
About to say he's getting a little repetitive now. I mean, come on, I know he's the son, but rough him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
Well,
on.
I got to get to him before I can rough him up.
Well, I mean, I believe in you. I feel like it's going to happen one of these days. Hey, do me a favor. Next time you're right behind him on the last lap or whatnot, give him the old expert move and just don't try to wreck him, but just rattle his cage a little bit. But how did that 22 machine feel tonight here at Charlotte? And it was an up and down night for you. But what was the key factor in securing this top three finish?
Well, first, if it was just me and Tyler up there and nobody else around, yeah, he's going to get the bumper. That's for sure. I didn't want to cause any issues with for any other drivers if I actually did something like that. But anyway, as far as the handling on my car all night, it actually felt pretty good. The cool temperatures had a lot more grip than I thought it would. It was still tight, don't get me wrong, but early on, I'm pretty sure you saw me fall back. A lot of guys are just over driving. I was just backing it up, just trying to save my tires, hoping for some of the long runs. And as you can see, I ran them back down and passed them pretty easily after several laps. But yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, it's just trying to save my tires on these long runs. But like I said, handling wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be honest.
Well, I mean, look, we've talked about it. Ghost Motorsports being one of the top teams this season, and tonight proves once again why that's the case. What is it, as far as for your team in particular? What is it between you and Tyler that allows y'all to be able to come out here and put on these performances week in and week out? What's the secret, man? Because y'all have just been dominating early in this season.
Well, I think we work really good together. We don't get to practice a whole bunch, but when we do practice, we help each other out a lot. Either qualifying or race setups or race pace, I should say. So I think just helping each other out and being patient. A lot of these races, we really just try to be patient. Don't overdrive the car and let the car come to us, and let other guys come back to us. So, but I think patience, that's the main thing.
Well, definitely patience is a virtue, and your team has been able to show a lot of patience, and it's been beneficial to y'all this season. Tyler, you got any questions for a second place driver before we allow him to go on and celebrate?
Well, obviously, this race meant a lot for you guys with the struggles family wise that you've had, this past week. Um, I honestly expected you guys to be able to dominate this race, but I feel like that possibly gave you guys an edge and more of a reason to get to that position. No, now that we've been kind of trying to ask the last couple of weeks when that dominance would be back. Obviously, here tonight at the late stages of the race, how are we feeling about Watkins Glen next week?
Yeah, as you mentioned, my brother, he did have a heart attack on Monday. Thank the good Lord, he got to come home today, so he had a couple of stents put in. So, very happy about that. So, yeah, on these last couple of restarts here, with me, excuse me, me and Tyler really wanted to get in the top three and try to do good for my brother Dwayne. So, this race is for him. But anyway, walking the Glen next week. Tyler, I feel like he's gonna be a lot stronger. He's a better road course racer than I am. I'm okay, but I tend to have some issues here and there. But Watkins Glen is actually one of my better road courses, so hopefully I can survive and get a good finish there.
Well, certainly. Just one final question for me before I send you on your way. Do you have any shout outs before we allow you to go celebrate with your son, but or well with your team? As we still got to talk to your son in just a second. But any shout outs for you there, partner?
Yeah, you guys, expert Tyler, you guys do a great job on these broadcasts, and we really appreciate it. All the admins, just appreciate them working hard, making the league what it is. My family, my friends that watches all the broadcasts, really appreciate them sticking with us and supporting us every week. Congratulations, Tyler, on the win. Omar on third. A lot of good racing tonight. I was really happy with the long runs tonight. So a big improvement over the last few weeks. So I'm really happy. Now there's still some cleaning up to do, but all in all, I think everybody did a pretty good job.
Yes, sir. We're definitely happy to see you back in a successful position, and can't wait to possibly see you do it again next week.
All right, man. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night.
You as well. And partner, I think it's now time for you to take over victory lane, partner, with Tyler Jones in the booth. We got Tyler Honeycutt in victory lane. Go ahead, Tyler, and Tyler, take it away.
Well, Mr. Honeycutt, one half of Honeycutt Squared and one third of Ghost Motorsports, notably the owner of the team. We have asked you the last week, 2 weeks to be exact, when you felt like you'd be back in victory lane. And we have finally found that answer with it being here tonight. Obviously, congratulations on your victory, but I do kind of want to pick your brain a little bit on those last 5 laps. Did you feel comfortable and confident knowing the pit strategy that Omar took gave you those advantage on tires?
Yeah, yeah, I was pretty confident, and even if we were on the same strategy, that I could have won. It was just a matter of getting a few laps to be able to battle them. I just needed about two or three there. Luckily, we got that. But yeah, I felt confident. I mean, it was a long race. Started from the pole. I had to take my EOL, so went from first to last to first. So it was a long night for me. But yeah, it was. I felt good about the strategy there. I felt even better that I had the few laps of fresher tires than Omar there. So I knew if I could just battle him or get to his inside, then I would be able to rotate a lot better and complete the pass.
Now, you, like you said, had to serve that EOL, dropped it back to 26th place within the first lap of that first initial green flag to start this race. Made your way back up, I believe, into the top 15 within 4 laps, and then the rest was history slowly throughout the rest of the night. With the sun going down here, did the car feel a little bit looser than what you expected on on that long run, or was it kind of in the same wheelhouse of where you were practicing all week?
I wouldn't say it was loose at all. I mean, the whole night it was tight. It just got less tighter as the sun went down and then it got darker. So it was pretty like neutral, I would say, by the end of the race. But yeah, I never got loose once. So just battled tight pretty much all night.
Expert, you want to chime in here? I know you got some good questions.
Oh, of course. And look, I gotta ask because you've already been in victory lane multiple times so far this season. This is adding another one, and I just got a question. Now, I just got to know, what are you doing to celebrate this time? You can't be repetitive, man. You got to be able to find new ways to do it. What do we do? What are we doing team wise to go celebrate? What do I need to beat you at the Waffle House down the road? What are we doing?
Going to bed, got to work, man.
Okay, I
But
feel that. I
we'll
feel that.
celebrate tomorrow.
Fair enough.
got
Fair
got to make
enough. I feel that.
got to pay those bills first, and then we'll
I was
celebrate
about to
after.
say, well, we're gonna get up a little bit early, go to Waffle House before work. There you go. Still
Sounds like a
on
plan.
you, on you, on you. I got to say that.
Yes, sir. Sounds like a damn good plan to me.
Got that winner and got that winners first. A little respect both ways. But either way, still happy to see you be able to get another win there, buddy. It's been a long time coming after a few instances of taking away possible wins from you. So definitely nice to see that 88 back in victory lane. And before we head off and let you go celebrate, do you have any shout outs, my friend?
Yes, sir, I do. First off, shout out to you guys for the broadcast. I can't wait to go back and watch it. I've watched the first few, and you guys have done a hell of a job. So keep that up. It's very nice for us to go back and watch. Shout out to my team, Ghost Motorsports. My dad had a hell of a night. Finished second, I believe, at the end there. I really want him to get a win, but I know I told him he has to go through me to get it. So, but maybe he'll get one. Shout out to Bradley. He was doing great tonight, and unfortunately got caught up in some mess. So hopefully his luck will turn around. He's a great guy. He does phenomenal work. Shout out to everybody that helps run the league. Doing great. Shout out to the drivers. I know it wasn't pretty, but way better than the last few races. I mean, it was amazing that we could go almost 100 laps under green. So shout out to those guys. And last but not least, if you guys don't mind, shout out to my uncle Dwayne. He recently had a heart attack on Monday night, I believe, and he got to come home today. So hopefully things keep looking up and he keeps fighting and stays strong. This one's for you, sir. So I love you and stay strong for us. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Well, partner, it was another successful night here. Tyler Honeycutt picking up another win, this time at Charlotte. And now race 5 in the books as we move on to next week. And partner, race 5 of 13 in the books. And I'm telling you, it is only going to get crazier from here. I'm ecstatic about what these first 5 races have given us, and I'm excited to see what we have going forward. Any final thoughts from you as we look to close out on the show tonight?
Man, I mean, some people are gonna say, there were a lot of wrecks that could have been deemed uncalled for. That's racing. Nowhere we're gonna go, it's gonna be clean through and through. It's a part of what we sign up for. Obviously, some wrecks tonight possibly could have been avoided. One of the big stack ups we saw later in the race definitely could have had some avoidance to it, but it's a part of the plan. It's a part of the process through and through. Even with the cautions that had came out tonight, the racing was amazing, a lot better than what we've seen the last few weeks. More wreck avoidance has been learned by these drivers in these practices. So you can definitely see the difference now especially at Charlotte. It's a very tough track. Like they were saying, it got looser and looser and looser, or less tighter. I call it looser, the longer that race went on. So that's something that a lot of unexperienced or people that don't really run this track will kind of deal with and not understand how to input it correctly with the wheel. So I would say for a Charlotte Motorsports race here at 185 laps, 275 miles, this was a phenomenal race for an Arca series.
Oh, absolutely. And these guys never fail to entertain. But of course, this isn't the only place where you can catch all the great ARN action. Let's go and take a look at our broadcasting schedule just for a moment to give the fans a look at where you can catch more action here. Of course, of the action here where they are in. But partner, it was an amazing race. As always, these guys never fail to entertain. But for those out there in chat, we want to thank you for joining us here for another amazing Right Time Arca Series race. For myself and for my partner here, Tyler Jones, thank you once again, and we will see you next time. Peace.